Hey there everyone, I'm Laura from Cherubs Chalks Interiors. I'm a content creator for Dixie Belle Paint and today I'm going to be showing you my latest flip using silk. As soon as I saw this piece I knew it had potential, however as you can see it needs some work. I definitely want to remove these hinges and the hardware as they're not really my style. One of my favourite parts of every project is choosing the products that I'm going to use. As you can see, it's always Dixie Belle for me. Before I start any project, I give it a real good clean with white lightning cleaner. I mix this up with some water and spray the whole piece before rinsing with plain water. Now, as I'll be removing the original hardware and hinges, there'll be some holes to fill. For this, I'll use my white Dixie mud. Now it's time to choose the colour. I know that I want to use silk on this piece and they've got so many gorgeous colours. For this one I want to go bold and retro, so I'm going to go with Mojave, which is a really nice dark yellowy mustard colour. If you remember, the piece has some really funky legs. I'd love to stain them and I'm thinking about mixing Tobacco Road and the Au Naturel stain to get a shade somewhere in the middle. I don't want it to be too light and I don't want it to be too brown, so mixing the two together will create the perfect shade. Now to finish this I'm going to need to seal it, so I've chosen some clear coat in flat. Now I've made the decision on all of my products, it's time to get started. Okay, so first of all I've got to get rid of these hinges. I've ordered some plain black cabinet hinges which I will attach at the end. Now it's time to fill those holes with my Dixie mud. I'll wait for this to dry and then sand it smooth. I will then sand the whole piece with my electric sander. This creates a good key for the paint to adhere to. Then I will clean the whole piece using my white lightning mix and give it a good scrub. Okay, so as I said before, I'm going to be using a combination of these two Voodoo gel stains. You can mix any of the colours to create the perfect shade for your piece. Here I'm using a roughly 50-50 mix and then just giving it a good stir. Now for the first coat of this, I always mist all of the surface with my water. This just helps the first coat to really absorb into the wood grain. I'm using my Dixie Belle Foam and Dandy brush. These work great for applying stains. You can apply as many or as little coats of this as you want to your piece, depending on the look that you're going for. If I'm just looking for light coverage, I tend to go for one coat, but for this piece I used two to cover up all that orange wood. I've left the stain overnight to dry and now I am applying the flat clear coat using another Foam and Dandy brush. Now it's time to start painting. I've started off painting the interior as this might be visible through the slats at certain angles. And now I'm going to paint all of those slats and get into all of the details using my mini angle brush. When painting the large flat surface on the top, I get the paint on in workable sections and then I do one smooth pass all the way from one side to the other. I applied a total of 3 coats to this piece for full coverage. Okay, so are you ready to see the final piece? Here's Toby modelling as per usual. What do you think? I love this look. It's retro, it's bold and it really makes a statement. I hope you've enjoyed watching along with us today. I think this piece has got to be one of my favourites. I'm just so in love with that colour. What do you think? Remember, you can find me on all of the social media platforms at Cherubs Chalks Interiors. And don't forget to subscribe to Dixie Belle Paint's YouTube channel for more tutorials just like this one. See you soon, guys!